This, people, is why I don't always film my cooking, because I don't know how to cook without making a pigsty of the kitchen, and then I dread cleaning up clearly. So what I'm doing now is cooking my sisters some greens. I gave her some greens before. I gave her collards and dinosaur kale, and she enjoyed them both at the same time, because she didn't know there were different greens. So she loved them, but she loved the combination, so I don't know how she feels about them separately. Anyway, so now there's another sister in town. So what I've done is harvested the collards, curly kale, and dinosaur kale, and I'm going to see how they feel about that. My first kale, as those of you who have been with me know, was a red Russian kale, which was really great, really sturdy, but it was thick and not tough, but just not as tender as other greens. And juicing was fine, but when cooking, I had to cook it longer. There were bugs, not too many bugs issues really, but you know, just because the shape of the leaves, they were a little not complicated, but it took a little more work to clean. And curly kale obviously does too, which is why I guess ultimately I'm glad my curly kale didn't do well in the yard garden and did okay in a planter, because there are fewer bug issues, and you know, the bugs can get around the curliness of the curly kale, which is why I never grew it before. But I think I'll grow it again maybe, and just grow it in planters, because it did really well. And like I said, there are just a couple of us here. I'm saying this is why I don't film a lot of cooking videos. I make a big old huge mess. I do things in different places, and I can't readjust. Well, I don't want to add to my work of cooking by readjusting the camera angles for everything that I'm doing. So anyway, here's the juicer. This is a bowl I use when I'm washing the greens. These were from, what are the last things? The dinosaur kale. These were from the collards. These are from the curly kale. Like I said, they're in a planter, so they're smaller. This is from some lemon verbena tea. This is, oh, these are stems from greens I have previously made, because I still use the stems in my juicing. Eggshells that I'm going to keep and crush and put in the garden, that I keep in this canister. Oops, nope, that's flax seed. That I keep in this canister. Yeah. These are my eggshells for the garden. These are things that I keep when I may be cooking late in the evening and don't want to go out into the garden at night when I'm cooking and or juicing. This is stevia for sweet. This sweetens my juices and teas. Purple basil, chocolate mint, scorpion brew that I need to make more of. But these are the three greens. Here, like I said, I have very few curly kale. I'm going to put that in a smaller pot and let that finish cooking. These are collards, and this is the dinosaur kale, which I had, as you can see, more of, which is fine because I just wanted to give them a taste, and so that's enough for a couple of people to taste the three different greens and actually be able to eat enough for a meal. I've scalped everything. You can see the collards are gone. Most of the kale is gone. And I'm trying to decide when is a good time to take these onion seeds. Some peppers. None of them are red yet. And this is pimento. I had no idea pimentos were so big. My tomato. The leaves are looking funky on my tomato, and I've actually seen the cabbage moth flying around them, but they usually don't bother the tomatoes, so I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I'm gonna go ahead and let the rest of these ripen if they will. just ready to chop it down. This is the one that I tried to save from the tornado. It's not doing a good job. Don't be fooled by this. It actually came from here. There's a little tomato here, but I think it might have been forming before. These are eating up leaves that I did not want to use for cooking. This is what I came out here for, to show you this beautiful verbena. I can't even explain to you how amazing this thing is. I want to let it get it as big and long as it'll get, and then I want to harvest all the leaves, and we will have soothing lemon verbena tea for all winter. I got these two to root, so I'm gonna grow those inside. I have another one growing inside, but it looks kind of sad, so I don't know if it needs to be on a light schedule or if it just needs to be winterized by, you know, putting a bag over the top until the season starts again the next year. But I do understand they overwinter well, but they don't take the change of seasons and such. The leaves will fall off. So I think the brightest thing to do would be to wait till it's time for the season to change, to take the leaves off for the tea and just leave it bare over the winter until next spring. This I was keeping for seed. I still haven't gotten a full cucumber, and it seems that I should have by now. I think I've just had this hanging wrong, because I had this makeshift trellis here that you guys would probably remember from before, and then I actually broke down and brought a cage, but I put the cage next to it and just started leading the cucumbers to climb the cage. So I really could have delayed some productivity there. Here's the thing I said I was pulling up, because it had too many critters. Oh no, you didn't. See, my vine and stuff likes to choke out my other stuff over here. Here's the other curly kale that was not really having it over here. So I don't know if I should seed it directly, or I don't know how to resolve that, or if I should just break down and till the soil like I should have done in the first place, or what. Those are more red peppers. I hope they're getting quite a bit of shade, so I hope they produce some peppers before the season's over. I actually see flowers. I'm gonna get rid of you, but see, I don't know if it's attracting the insects and keeping them away from other stuff, because that's beautiful right now, or if it's actually going to attract them in order for them to attack other stuff, because this one has been demolished. So I'm not sure. That's why I keep hesitating to pull this. I'm going to pull it though. I'm going to pull it. Oh man, that watermelon is growing so fast. Oh man, this one came off. God dog it. Dog it. Dog it. So that's so one of my melons took a shit. That doesn't mean more aren't gonna grow though, because all these flowers are closing up. There are a lot of flowers, but that doesn't mean they'll all be melons, obviously. But I decided to go ahead and show it again as it progresses. This is because if a raccoon or something comes to get it, I'll be pissed that I didn't show it to you before. So here it is. Can you guys see it? There it is. I don't want to disturb it. And I want to keep it hidden from predators. Oop, another one. Yes, sir. We'll see. We gonna see MoTown. We gonna see MoTown. Wait till they turn their head. She gonna talk shit on the road. I wonder if I take that right there, will he be
I don't know it could do that. Selfie video.
Yeah, and you can take a picture in the middle of your video.
But I didn't know you could selfie video.
Oh,
I thought you
yeah.
had to only Vine with the selfie. Whenever I try to selfie video.
Because I'm in this shot.
You just stop.
Gotta do something.
That's the rule.
That's the rule. You gotta do something.
You in the shot.
Oh, I can still take it. Yeah. It's probably food. Yeah, it's food. What if it's money in the food thing though? It's food. I love their bathroom. It's beautiful. You locked in? Help! She locked in the bathroom! Look how beautiful you are against that flower right there. Look at that beautiful blackness over there. This is nice. Little jazz and little music too. Look up and smile. I'm getting a picture. Look, I'm fixing that belt. Oh, that's beautiful.